Alright, so we're going to take you all the way down from the head gate here. This one will end up on YouTube, nice long video. So it's the upper ditch. It's our head gate number 8 with water coming out. The ditch rider will leave our ticket there. We kind of come down here, and this is where they actually measure what we have. This is a partial flume, and you can see the numbers down there, and there's a conversion table for the size of the flume and what the water should be at, and we're running 0.41 on there, which is right where we should be. And so now we'll follow down and just kind of make sure everything's doing good. We check those culverts, make sure they're not blocked. Anubis, come here. We got to keep Anubis with us. He gets to smell and stuff, and he likes to play in the ditch. And then he smells things, and he wants to go chasing. Come on, Anubis. Anubis, come here. Come here. Come. He wants to go follow the ditch rider. That's what he wants to do. All right, come here, buddy. Hey, Anubis. Come on. No. Come. And we just come down here and we'll walk the ditch that we just walked up. And it'll take, from the time the ditch rider turns it in, it'll take 25-30 minutes to get down, but we didn't have it on video. But as is the way in rural Colorado, you always stop to shoot the breeze a little. So ditch rider and I spent a little time discussing the state of the union and talking about how bad water is. So see right here, we got a cardboard box floating. I'm gonna set you down, and that's why we come and walk this. We had that cardboard box in there, so I get that out, because otherwise that cardboard box would end up down here blocking up a culvert, and then I'd get my water set and I'd go leave to go to work or do something else, and all of a sudden I wouldn't have water. We'll also get things like this, kind of weed jams. It's so dry here. Everything's dying. Just set you down. So then we come down with our shovel and we have to shovel out all those big bunches of weeds in the ditch. Same thing, we don't want them to go down and plug up the culvert. And as it keeps going, we'll end up down at our splitter box that's 20 feet over on my neighbor's place. That box will end up having to look out, Anubis. All kinds of stuff in here. People are trashy. There's another box blew in from the liquor store. And like I said, that's why we walk this ditch. Here it's nice, we come into a concreted section of the ditch, which decreases our loss in the ground. There's another box we'll have to pull out. Not a lot I can say or do about those, because this isn't my property over here. There's a lot of interesting types, so there'll be liquor bottles and everything else slipping through the ditch. And when it first comes down, it's so dry. There's another little weed dam we'll scoop. Like I said, there's not a lot I can do. It's not my land over here. Legally, I have a easement, right away, whatever you'd like to call it, where I can go walk the ditch and check my water and my lateral ditch. See Anubis, he loves this game as the water comes down. Get it! What are you doing? Get it. Yeah. Oh, you gonna get that water? Yeah. It's always a great day to be a dog here on Slaunch Farms. You see how this stuff comes, and old Anubis, he just loves this part of his day. Don't you, buddy? Yeah. Where's the good boy? Get it. Yeah, you get it. You get it. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. You goofball. So we're back down now to where our neighbor's little lateral takes off. So there's one lateral here that goes to an underground pipe and goes to a place. This other little lateral and ditch that goes over and crosses the state highway over here. But they're both closed down as they should be. There's Anubis, just having the time of his life, aren't you, buddy? Yeah. You see how all those weeds are piling up there? We'll take and shovel that out real quick. Any of this junk like this we can shovel out of the ditch as we're coming down. Just makes it easier for me later, because otherwise the water ends up doing you know, it'll end up bound up. And you see here I've got a little leakage on my neighbor's gate, so I'm losing just a touch of my water. Now what I can do there is I can take and put a board in here sometimes. It'll help with some of that. And sometimes as a little of this junk gets in there, it'll kind of dam it up. I can even just push some of that stuff down in there to plug it up a little, because I like my neighbor, but I don't want to give him any of my water, because like we said earlier, whiskey's for drinking, water's for fighting. And it really is, there's a lot of truth to that in western Colorado, because water's just getting more and more scarce all the time. When I was a kid, it seemed like we always had plenty of water. Anubis! Oh, there he is. He's down ditch. Here we are. So anytime after water's taken out, there's another flume. So this flume tells me if my neighbor was pulling water up there, it lets me know that I'm getting the right amount of water down my ditch. So sometimes there's a lot of math involved, and the math can be interesting because, you know, the ditch rider's dealing with a 9-inch flume, and the ditch rider turns out, you know, and says, okay, Slaunch Farms ordered. So the ditch rider, you know, he may say, okay, Slaunch Farms ordered a foot of water today, and his neighbor ordered half a foot, so I have to turn 1.5 feet of water down the lateral. And then back there at that splitter, my neighbor takes out his 1.5 feet, and his flume's I think his flume's a 6-inch flume. And so there's a table and a calculation we do to see what the numbers should be on his. And I can do a calculation on my 6-inch flume and know that my foot of water should look like X. Now here's the catch that we don't talk about a lot because we want to pretend it's not real, is what's called shrink. So as the water comes down off the mountain, we know that we're going to lose some of that water to evaporation. We're going to lose it to, you know, soaking into the ditch, everything else. Hang on a minute, let me pull some junk out. Now I know from experience that this culvert is prone to overflowing when it fills up with garbage, so see all the stuff I get out. A little piece of milkweed there. And yeah, so shrinks the water we lose to evaporation, soaking into another ditch as it comes down the mountain. So if I order a 1.1 feet of water, which is what I ordered for today and the next 5 days. Come on, Anubis. Come on, buddy. That's what I ordered. Come on. Hey, come. Come on. Always here to help, Anubis is. I ordered my 1.1 feet. I may only actually get 0.89 feet. So you see all the junk that's coming. This is my splitter now. And it goes down into my ditch there. Comes out into this pipe, which if my neighbor owned water rights, he'd get water, but he doesn't own any water. So it'll go over there to my field. I'm gonna put you down for a second while we clean all this junk out of here to get our water running right. So we kind of got her cleaned out there what we can, and then we'll have, you know, water runs into our pipe, it's gonna fill up. If it kind of overflows, it'll come out this upper pipe into this ditch, which runs down. And then I have another pipe that goes down to the lower section of our field. So that's where we're at. That's, you know, 15, 16 minutes. You just followed our water from our main ditch, the upper butte, and you followed it through the head gate number 7, down the lateral, and onto the place. And now we'll just wait for the pipe to go all the way down to the end there and fill up, and then we'll start irrigating and see if we can get some new green grass coming up to pasture this winter. Slancha Farms. Know your food, know your farmer. Irish roots, pirate spirit, honest food. Know your food, know your farmer, and be as happy as Anubis is playing in the water, because that's what it's really all about.